This time I will talk about the equipment I recommend for fashion photography. I am Shantanu Shiore, Chief Mentor at the One School Goa. Albert Einstein famously said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge, but knowledge empowers imagination." Similarly, the photographer and his vision is most important to create an image, but the equipment is what empowers him. I always believe the best camera is the one you have with you. But before we begin, I want to say these are my suggestions and opinion and not rules. People love to argue about equipment, but remember to pick the right tool for the job at hand. In the last 35 years, I've had the privilege of shooting all kinds of formats, from 8x10, which was that huge, negative, that big, to my smartphones. Believe me, I have some experience. So let's begin with cameras. Here's how it works. Mirrorless cameras are lighter and smaller. Here's a comparison between two of the same make, 850 Z7 Nikon. Now, for the same image quality, look at the size difference. Like most photographers of my generation, I started my professional career with Nikon. It's good to see their evolution. Beautiful ergonomics of this new Z7, lovely. Besides the size and weight advantage, you have less distance between the lens and the sensor. This gives you a sharper image corner to corner. Without the mirror, you have less vibration or mirror slap and less sound. I've always shot my fashion on 35mm film, but now this is my camera of preference. It's the Fujifilm X-T2. I love the retro feel of the X-T2 and X-T3. Every dial and button is in the right place. The user interface is very good. While it's an APS-C sensor, the images are superior to most full-frame cameras. The cameras are light and compact. Their color science is amazing, and the skin tones cannot be matched by anyone on the market. When I need a medium format and a high res, I switch to the GFX 50S. This is also a mirrorless camera. The huge sensor means great dynamic range, incredible sharpness, a shallow depth of field, plus the amazing Fuji colors and the ergonomics that I love. So what is the difference between sensor sizes and how do they work? Typically, the large sensor gives you better dynamic range, better sharpness, better files to work on in the post. Now on to the other most important part, lenses. Lenses in combination with the sensor is what makes the image. If the lens is not matched to the sensor or are not well designed for the sensor, there would be a problem. First off, my favorite focal length is the 85mm. I could go up to 200 to 300 depending on the look I want. I love the compression of the tele, whether it's a mid tele or a long tele. It makes the model look more glamorous. The next thing is the aperture. I prefer an open aperture or a wider aperture. That's what gives me a cinematic look. Faster apertures meaning I can shoot in low light. I love shooting in low light. I'm not a great fan of overlit pictures. So as I said, the lenses play a big role in the right kind of image. Thus, cheap lenses are a problem. They have chromatic aberration, that means fringing on the edges. Glass and metal is heavy, and that's what good lenses are made of. Having said that, this is my favorite 56mm f1.2. It's small but built like a tank. Finally, we come to accessories, which are equally important for a shoot. Let's start with the tripod. Here are 3 different offerings from Manfrotto. I like the carbon fiber tripods. They are lighter, but they are more expensive. Aluminum tripods are the ones that have been around for the longest time, and they are very sturdy. They are a bit heavier and they are cheaper than the carbon fiber tripods. I prefer to use a ball head. This is the hydrostatic ball head from Manfrotto. It locks completely in half a turn and can handle the heaviest setup. My advice is do not try and cut corners and save money on the tripod head, because finally that's what's holding your lens and camera. We are talking about studio lights. There's continuous light source and there's flash. I love continuous light source to work with. Amazon has a great variety of lights available, both continuous and flash. My favorite at the moment is Godox. They make both continuous light source, that's the LEDs, and the flash lights. The other favorite brand is the Elinchrome, which we've used extensively. It's been a good workhorse. And greatest accessories for knowledge are books. And Amazon has a fantastic collection of books on photography. You might find everything on the net, but browsing through Legend's work in photography books is so special. Let's recap what we've discussed. Pick up a camera system based on the work you're going to be doing. Pick up the best quality lens you can and make sure it pairs well with your sensor. Get a good sturdy tripod and always make sure you get the best possible head. This will last you a lifetime. Choose the perfect accessories to make sure your shoot goes smoothly. Keep an eye on the Shutterbug Pro page. Build your own library of unusual books. Additional knowledge doesn't hurt. That wraps up this series. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.